Ron, and Shabbat Shalom to all of our Solel congregants and children this evening.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
It's wonderful to have you join us for Shabbat. We've had a beautiful, beautiful week, and now we're going to end it with a beautiful time of rest and peace and tranquility, as together we're going to light the Shabbat candles. So we're going to light the candles together. Okay, are we ready? Echad, Shtayim, Shalosh, Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom. And I love beginning Shabbat with songs and music. So Ron, could you begin with a song, please?
Definitely. I think Sim Shalom would be a good way to start off this Shabbat service tonight. Sim, Sim, Sim Shalom, Sim, Sim, Sim Shalom, Sim, Sim, Sim Shalom, Tova Uveracha. You guys can join me if you want. Sim, Sim, Sim Shalom, Sim, Sim, Sim Shalom, Sim, Sim. Sim Shalom Tova Uveracha, Chen v'chesed v'rachamim, Chen v'chesed v'rachamim, Chen v'chesed v'rachamim, Rachamim, Rachamim, Sim, Sim, Sim Shalom, Sim. Sim, Sim Shalom, Sim, Sim Shalom Tova V'racha. Shabbat Shalom, everybody.
Shabbat Shalom, Ron. A great way to begin our Shabbat. Of course, a special day of peace and rest, and the world needs more Shalom right now.
Oh, Arlene, I think we have to hit a mute button. We might have accidentally pushed the wrong button.
Sorry, I was on mute.
Too many
How many
buttons.
times do we say please unmute for every one of these programs? Thank you for reminding me, Ron.
What's the opposite of Sheket Bavakasha? It's that, right?
All right. Well, this is also a very special weekend. It's a special Chag, a holiday, a Yom Tov, starting Sunday night. The holiday of Shavuot, when we stood at Sinai, and there's so many beautiful traditions about Shavuot, standing there, receiving the commandments, planting flowers, because after all, they say Mount Sinai blossomed with all these beautiful flowers when God gave us the commandments. And I found a beautiful story from PJ Library about some extra commandments that maybe we could think about on the holiday of Shavuot. And it's a story about Sam and his friend Charlie, and Charlie's little sister, who's also Sam, and a little brother called Leo. And there's a picture of the children as they're riding their bikes, and notice they're all wearing their helmets, so they know when you go bike riding, you have to be safe. Well, they're not calling them the 10 commandments, but they have 10 good rules for Shavuot. And this happened while they were sitting around at their table, eating their beautiful dinner on Shavuot of blintzes. And I love cheese blintzes. And there is a picture of all the blintzes as they sit eating. And even baby Leo was eating cheese blintzes because they're so sweet and delicious. And then Sam's father said, blintzes are the best. But this holiday is not only about blintzes, it's also about commandments. And there are some 10 of them that you know pretty well. What are commandments? Well, they're rules, Charlie explained to his little sister Sam, like don't lie, and we know that's wrong, and don't steal, and we know that's wrong. And his father added, remember to respect your parents. And then Sam started to think and say, I think it's time for 10 more commandments, 10 extra rules for saving the earth. Everyone agreed that commandments were a good idea. So Sam got a big piece of paper and he dropped it on the floor. And there's a big piece of paper because he's going to write out some more commandments. So I wonder what those be. So they started. Don't litter. That's a good idea. Go for a bike ride. Don't use your car so much. Be kind to all living things. No squishing bugs, except maybe mosquitoes when they go to bite you. Don't waste water. So maybe a little bit shorter a shower might be a good idea. Take reusable bags to the grocery store. Remember to turn off the lights if you're not in the room. Start growing things in your garden. Use refillable water bottles. And beside each commandment, the children made all these beautiful pictures. But there were room for 9 and 10. So Sam had a good idea. Use both sides of the paper so you're not wasting paper. And they had such a hard time thinking of the 10th commandment. And as they finished that last bite of cheese blintz, they said, I know what the 10th commandment could be. Blintzes every day. And the kids really liked that idea of eating blintzes every day. I don't know if I'd like to eat blintzes every day, but I really like cheese blintzes. So the children learned a little bit about Shavuot. And they learned about, I guess, the 10 bigger commandments about not lying and not stealing and the expectation to honor your parents. But they learned a lot about the commandments to keep the world safe, about keeping it free from litter and clean and not wasting things. So as we begin celebrating Shavuot Sunday night, and there's so many opportunities for your parents to study and for you to watch our service on Monday morning, let's think about those 10 commandments, and maybe you can think of 10 more commandments that you'd like to add for the holiday of Shavuot. Chag Sameach, everybody.
Chag Sameach.
Chag Sameach. Great story, and gets us really thinking about the meaning of Torah. And Shavuot is a wonderful holiday because not only is it about Torah, but it's also about eating ice cream and sweet things, which I'm looking forward to.
And I hope everybody by now, and I'm pretty sure almost everybody has gotten the gift from Solel, from the rabbi, from me, from all the teachers of their Baskin-Robbins ice cream. We couldn't send the ice cream cone. I tried many ways to think about getting that ice cream cone into the box, but I thought it might melt a little bit before we got it to your house. So I hope you enjoy your Baskin-Robbins ice cream coupons. And thank you to all the adults and parents who delivered and teachers who delivered those boxes for us. Okay, so do we have another song, Ron?
Yeah.
Second last one.
Second last one, yeah. Two to do for Shavuot that I like. This one's called, I like the idea that there's bigger commandments than just the kind of the 10 we always know about. And I think being Jewish is a big part of that, right? Seeing the relationship between everyone, making sure that we honor things like our family and our environment. And there's a song that talks about a lot of these things that we can do when we're, well, a Jew. And it kind of goes like this. That's what you do when you're a Jew. 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 So things like this. You can do tzedakah, oh it's a mitzvah. Giving food is a good thing. Oh, giving toys to girls and boys, and making visits to the elderly. That's what you do when you're a Jew. 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 So we can do other things like recycling and celebrating the earth and sea and living all wonderful things. And we can share and we can care and we can thank God for everything. That's what you do when you're a Jew. That's what you do when you're a Jew. Alright, so if you're listening along at home, you guys can actually echo the words that I'm saying here. So I can say something like this: learning and sharing and respecting our family. Oh, and teaching, oh, and listening to others when they are in need. That's what you do when you're a Jew. 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 Many ways we can kind of show our Judaism, I think, on Shavuot.
Very nice. Well, there are a few things we have to do before we say Erev Tov for this evening. And of course, we've got to acknowledge everybody's birthday, everybody who's had a birthday in the past week. And I know a couple of our congregants, I think Peter Tavis, who's going to be chanting for us Monday morning. He just had a very special birthday. I'm not sure if he's watching this evening, but we'll have to let him know he's one of the names we are singing happy birthday to. So,
and also Nelson Zelding is having a birthday this weekend too.
Wow, Nelson. So we find out our little underground messaging service from Solel. Periodically, we actually hear about some of these birthdays. So some rousing course of Yom Holedet Sameach.
Sure. Yom Holedet Sameach. Woohoo! Yom Holedet Sameach. Yom Holedet Sameach. Woohoo! Yom Holedet Sameach. Happy birthday.
Great.
Happy birthday, all.
Yes, absolutely. And Rabbi, do we have any other announcements?
Well, we know that Shavuot is coming up this Sunday. I know that at Beit Sefer you'll learn a little bit more about Shavuot in the morning. And for adults and families that want to join us for our Tikkun Leil Shavuot program across Canada, that's starting Sunday evening at 7, going until 2 a.m. So you can pop in for all of it or just some of it. And more information was in the Shamas how to register. You do need to register so that you get that link. I'll be on at 9:30 at night, which is not too late for some people, but maybe too late for others. And Monday morning is our Shavuot morning service at 10. And other upcoming events, Arlene, that we have that you can think of?
Next Tuesday, there's so many things we wanted to do live. So next Tuesday, some of the senior grades are going to be getting an invitation to take a walk through Kensington Market virtually with the tour guide we usually have, which is Brad. So you will be getting the link. Some of the senior grades will be getting that link, and that'll be a special program. And of course, the following week is the Victoria Day long weekend. So there won't be school that weekend, but we will conclude at the end of May, and more information about that will come eventually. And I would hope that everybody has a wonderful and sweet Shavuot and enjoys their cheese blintzes. If you're not lactose intolerant, there's a good chance you can eat a lot of good, sweet cheese stuff on Shavuot. And Ron, one final song, because in lieu of planting flowers, which we usually would do, and those flowers were always so beautiful, but God willing, next year, we will be out there planting all those flowers as we, like Mount Sinai, just blossom with flowers at this time of the year.
You know a song for that one, I think. Inch by inch, row by row, I'm gonna make this garden grow. All you need is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warn them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. Pulling weeds, picking stones, we are made of dreams and bones. Need a place to call my own, for the time is close at hand. Grain for grain, sun and rain, find my way through nature's chain. Tune my body and my brain to the music of the land. Inch by inch, row by row, I'm gonna make this garden grow. All you need is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Plant your rows straight and long, temper them with prayer and song. Mother Earth will make you strong if you give her love and care. An old crow watching hungrily from the perch in yonder tree. In my garden I'm as free as a feathered leaf up there. Inch by inch, row by row, someone bless these seeds I sow. Someone warn them from below till the rain comes tumbling down. I said inch by inch, row by row, I'm gonna make this garden grow. All you need is a rake and a hoe and a piece of fertile ground. Hag Sameach and Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Chag Sameach, Shabbat Shalom, Solel.
Hag Sameach, Shabbat Shalom, everyone.